just remembering that after the July, our meeting at the Healing Sounds Intensive, Laaraji happened to mention to me that he does an annual event that he offers music and laughter, the Creativity Conference, every fall, and it's held at the Sufi Abode of the Message. So that became an annual event that we went to together every October, and
You were going every year there?
every year.
That was
It
with
was an annual
Iliad?
thing. It was
Yeah.
in October, usually the beautiful times for the
Fall,
Berkshire.
Berkshires,
Yes.
yep, the green Berkshire mountain, yep, and near that, it was you who told me when we went for a hike how that was the original space.
Campground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, where Ram Dass, when it was the space.
Oh, yeah, it
way
was
back.
The
Omega.
Omega's
The original
got started
Omega.
there.
Yeah.
And Laaraji remembered when Ram Dass and just a bunch of people from that era who were young men at the time, and they worked together to lay the foundation. That's
Did you guys know Ram Dass?
I've
I
never met him
did.
face to face.
No.
I smiled at him in the food line at a conference.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed his lectures. I especially enjoyed the pauses. Those pauses were very deep. He would talk and then it'd be silence. And sometimes I wonder maybe he forgot where we were. But it was very useful. Those pauses were very... And his book, Be Here Now, is another auspicious point of my reading. That book I read through, and while reading, I felt like I had been invited into another parallel reality.
Do you feel that you were always kind of drawn to these deeper perceptions of life from a young age?
Yes, that was... I think what started it was my being exposed to the image that the Baptist Church presented of Jesus Christ. And I was very curious about, wow, that's an interesting chap. I want to do that. And the quotes that the church represented, I didn't understand them all, but I got that this figure, Jesus, was supposed to be a model for very evolved human behavior and a very evolved understanding and relationship with the source of creation. And I admired that, but there were still some gaps in the explanation of what that was all about. That it didn't seem like the church congregation totally understood enough to give me answers I was looking for, just why, who, what. And as we evolved, or as I grew up, I started hearing what seemed to be conflicting or alternative stories of Jesus, that he didn't actually die. He left a tomb with Mary Magdalene. They had a child and a life in southern France. And someone even said he played the auto harp. And I said, all of these stories, man, once your imagination gets hold of these stories and you start questioning what's the real narrative here. And then that his name wasn't Jesus, it was Yeshua. And that I said, well, it's too late now. The damage has been done. I've been impressed by this story, and it impressed me to go seek inwardly for this connection for myself. So that was my, Jesus, regardless of if Jesus ever really lived, the fact that the story my imagination got a hold of that story, and it took the ball and ran with it. And I did my own inner research, and I was inspired by Jesus the Christ story to even model my life of what kindness and service.